I think every store has their seasonality. Every business owner and e-commerce store owner needs to know their seasonality because there's always peaks and valleys in everything. There's no store that's just consistently scale, 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 scale. There's peaks and valleys with everything. And if you could know where your peaks and valleys are, you could. We are live. Good morning, Megan. How are you?
I am well. How about yourself?
I'm well, thank you. We are recording this. I don't know when you're listening to this, but we're recording it post Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving, Megan?
It's good.
Lots of
Lots of
turkey,
family time. Yeah, lots of food, lots of turkey.
lots of family
It's
time. Good
good.
thing or a bad thing?
Mostly a
I'm
good thing.
kidding. I'm kidding. Of course, it's always a good thing. Please, please. Any fights? Like, sometimes you hear about all these like fights that break out on Thanksgiving. Nothing calm.
Nope. No fights to report. It was pretty peaceful. Yeah.
Good, good. Good to be home. You were home for almost like 2 weeks.
Well, I think it was like a week, but
Felt
yeah,
like 2 weeks.
sometimes toward the end it felt like 2 weeks. It did.
Good. Well, I hope you celebrated nicely. I hope everyone listening had a good Thanksgiving. A lot to be thankful for. World is a bit chaotic, but we could always find things to be a little grateful for and put on the right lens and the right perspective on things, and always find things to be thankful for. So, kind of like the idea of Thanksgiving. So,
Yeah.
let's kind of jump into the show. This is the Ask Jason show. It's a live Q&A show. You could submit your questions in the comments below. You could email them to us. To Megan. I don't really check these things. Megan just hits me on the fly with some questions. So let's kind of jump in, Megan. Do we have any questions today, or is this a wrap up quickly?
Well, we've got 5
Five
right now.
questions.
So
All
we
right,
have
let's do it.
yeah,
Let's do it. 5 questions,
right
and then
now.
again we can answer more. Just put in the comments. We got time blocked off.
Mhm. Okay, this question is from Tom. What do you consider the slowest, as in for sales, part of the year for an e-commerce business?
Before I answer that question, you know what I was just thinking? I was thinking like next time we're in Nashville together, we should film the Ask Jason show live. Just do a live,
Ah,
like a live
yeah,
one
that's a
when you and
great
I are
idea.
when you are in the same place.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Back to the question. That's squirrel brain going for you right here. The slowest time for an e-commerce store, was that the question?
Yes, for sales.
Look, I obviously depends, right? If you sell swimwear, I would imagine
Mm,
um, wintertime being a very slow period for
yeah.
you. Um, although depending on where you're selling to, if you're only selling locally, then if you're in wintertime and you're live in a cold place, then like I'm in Montreal, Canada right now. So if I tried to sell bathing suits right now in this weather and being like, it would kind of be a bit slower than when it starts getting warm outside. So I think every store has their seasonality, and I think every business owner. I like the question, and I'm not going to rip on this question with a "it depends," right, and give you the typical Jason answer. And the reason being is I like this question because it leads to a bigger conversation. And that's every business owner and and e-commerce store owner needs to know their seasonality because there's always peaks and valleys in everything. There's no store that's just consistently scale, 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 scale. There's peaks and valleys with everything. And if you could know where your peaks and valleys are, you could weather those storms. You could come up with different ideas. Maybe that time you don't focus on really focusing on sales, but you focus on how can I capture more people onto my email list? How can I maybe do some contests? How do I keep engagement going? If I can't sell them some stuff,
Mhm.
how do we keep the branding going so that when it is time for our season, and then you don't sit there and be like, oh man, why is this month so bad? Because April typically is your slower month. Now, that doesn't mean we just let all sales go down to zero, right? There's ways to subsidize it. Maybe you have some flash sales, but you get to be a little bit more creative. And I think most business owners, most store owners don't know um, their valleys. They also don't know
Mhm.
when their peaks are except for, like, Black Friday and those time periods, but they don't really know when to go all in and when to, maybe take a step back and shift strategies a little bit. So, I like that question for that reason because it poses, um it brings to the forefront that every store owner should know those things. The next thing I'll say is that typically right after Black Friday or Cyber Monday, depending on when you're listening to this, right now we're on Cyber Monday. It's a very busy time for our agency right now and for our clients. But right after Cyber Monday, you hit a little bit of a valley, right? Because you just went all out. It's usually your biggest month, your biggest sales time period for most store owners. Uh, there was another record broken. It was the biggest Black Friday history. It broke last year's. So every year we're seeing records get broken. The numbers are still rolling in, especially when Cyber Monday is going to come in. But Black Friday set records. So you have to know that after that, there's going to be a dip because people are all bought out. So you can't be like in a week from now, hey, how come sales are slow? Dude,
Mhm.
everyone literally just maxed out every card possible in order to buy all the stuff that they don't even need because it was just on discount.
Mhm.
So you have to understand there's gonna be valleys. What we're really good at, I think, as an agency, is we see this almost after every sale, whether it's a Labor Day sale or a Fourth of July sale. Black Friday just tends to be the biggest because it's just a big sale period. But there's always a dip, and we're very good at rebounding off the dip because we prepare for it. We know how to cut spend. We prepare for it. So it goes back to preparation. But um, that's usually the period, like, right after or, like, around holidays or, like, right after Christmas time. There's a slow period. Most people are away. Summers tend to be slower a lot for a lot of e-commerce brands because people are outside more. They're not on their computers. Like, it really does depend, but I wanted to answer this in a larger context.
Mhm. Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay. Okay. What is the best platform for me to use for my online clothing business? I hear
Shopify.
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 Okay.
I mean, we could answer there. You could hard code your own website and build your own customizable website. But right now, there's nothing better than Shopify.
Okay.
Like, just for the ease of use. Like, if you're a business owner, like, I mean, depends how, for the person who's asking this type of question, Shopify.
Okay. Are there other options out there?
Yeah, you could build your
Not
own
to my
site. You could use Magento. You could use a lot of different things. Um, I guess it depends how many sales you have, how customizable you want your site to be. There's restrictions when it's not your exact site and you're using themes or whatnot. But now things are getting a lot better from a customizable standpoint on a lot of these platforms. But I mean, for 99% of the cases I've ever come across, it's Shopify.
Okay. Okay. All right. This is from Jennifer. What's the most valuable thing I can get out of a coaching program if I choose to join one?
You could have the most enriched life, live your happiest life, making more money, having more moments, more peace of mind. I mean, that's a pretty solid outcome. I mean,
Yeah.
so I don't understand the question. You get from a coaching program what you're looking for, and then you hopefully have a coach that will give you what you need and not necessarily just what you want,
Mhm.
and set you on the right path to achieving it. But it comes from knowing what you want or having a coach help you figure out what you want, which I think is priceless too. If you can't figure out what you
Mhm.
want and you need help with that, um, I mean, clarity, peace of mind, more money, more time with your family back, building a business. Like, those are all benefits that come from a coaching program. Those may not be the benefits you want, but you look for a coaching program that's going to help you solve a problem you're in. So I don't really understand the question. So that's just going to be my final answer on it.
Okay. All right. This is from Tanya. I have a small brick and mortar clothing business or clothing boutique. Is there an ideal time of the year for me to open my store? brick and mortar
She has a
clothing
store, but she wants
boutique?
to know when to open her store.
Well, I guess she's
9
preparing
AM.
to open it. I don't think that's what she means.
Mm.
Ideal time of the year. I guess she means to launch, to
So she
open
doesn't have a
this.
brick and mortar store. She wants to
So she
start a brick.
does.
She does, but she wants to know when she should open it.
Jason.
I don't understand the question.
She okay, the way I'm interpreting it is that she is
I
getting
love Megan.
ready
Megan's getting
to.
feisty on me, not liking my answers today. Wow. Letting me hear it. I like this.
Sometimes I have to get sassy back.
Wow.
Um, so the way
Protecting
I'm
the people. You are
interpreting this,
protecting the people. You represent
I
the people
am.
asking this question. I like it. I like it. You take their defense. Don't come in my defense. Take the defense of people who don't ask questions properly. Go for that.
We're
I want
trying
them
to
to have a
help
voice.
people.
Get you be the voice of those people, Megan. I like it. I like it.
I'm interpreting this as she's getting ready to physically launch a clothing boutique. When, what time of year is the best time of year to do so? Summer, winter? That's what I'm interpreting
Okay,
this
okay.
as.
So we're gonna let Megan interpret the question and ask the question. Okay. Yeah, doesn't matter. I mean, look, again, if you're selling bathing suits, kind of matters when you're gonna open. I wouldn't open in January, like right, like unless you live in
Yeah.
California or Hawaii and you could buy bathing suits all year round. Um, no, I mean, obviously, you don't want to open up during Christmas break when no one's in town and you can't get any traffic there. You want to open up at a time that gives you the best possibility to succeed. But I mean, you still need to advertise and get people into the store. So the time you open bothers me less than what's your marketing strategy or your ability to ask questions. That bothers me more. But just kidding. Just letting just that was another one for Megan right there.
I know.
Um,
Is that
no,
it?
honestly, the real answer is it depends what you're selling. It depends what you're selling, and you'll just want to find a time that maximizes. So if you know that there's a time of year that like most tourists come, like you see like all these like stores in like Nantucket or the Hamptons and all these places that do really well during tourist season time. If that's the type of store you're opening, then you open up when that happens or right before, so it gives you the chance to do a little dry run and see what happens and work out all the kinks. um but yeah, aside from that, aside from that, you just, I mean, that's really it. If you're just like a regular brand and you're opening a brand in a local shopping mall, I mean, it usually doesn't matter unless you're selling something that's seasonal based.
Okay. Okay.
By the way, that's why big
Now,
malls command big prices, right? Because they already have the traffic there for you, so they bake that in.
uh, that's a good point. That's something I didn't know. Good point. Um, okay.
She's back on my side. Want her over again.
All right. Now it's time for my question of the week.
I shaved too much. I'm looking very like a little 5-year-old boy. 5-year-old boy who's losing his hair, um, but yeah, too much of
Okay.
a shave. Chloe, my daughter, actually told me to shave, and she wanted to shave me, and then I did it a little bit, left
Aw,
some stubble, and she's like, "No more." And this is what happens when you listen to your 3-year-old. You end up looking like a
to your
3-year-old.
3-year-old.
You end up looking like a 3-year-old. But yeah, sorry,
Okay.
got caught by
So,
my own reflection.
what is your favorite holiday and why?
This is your question?
Yeah.
Hey. Um, I like the idea behind Thanksgiving. Like not like the whole, like pilgrims and things like that, but like the idea of giving thanks and being thankful for
Mhm.
things and doing that. But there's just something about New Year's. that I really, really, really like. I like that it's like quiet. I'm a big fan of quiet. It's the same thing as like Christmas Eve. You look out the window and it's like all quiet outside, and there's just like it's like really cool feel. Like it's a weird feeling I can't explain, but like you're looking outside and it's just so like peaceful. Like everything's just so peaceful. And there's that after December 31st, I used to love like New Year's Eve and going partying and whatnot. But now there's like, you look out, like it's just a little bit peaceful, like unless you're in Times Square. But there's
Yeah.
that like calmness. January 1st is usually a bit dead in the morning. So you wake up in the morning and there's that like quiet feeling because most people are still asleep. Everyone's off work. There's no traffic really on January 1st going on. Um, and the idea of everyone wanting to make changes in their life,
Mhm.
everyone figuring out, like most people don't keep it. And most people wait to January 1st to make the change, which is incredibly stupid because you should be making the change now. Why wait? But the idea that they realize that their lives could be enriched somehow, or that they want better, or that they want, like, this is what we do, right? This is the whole point of Amplify and our consulting business and our coaching and whatnot, of helping people just amplify their lives and become better, whether it's in business, whether it's in life or a certain area. Like that's what I love. That's why I love the consulting and the coaching side. So
Mhm.
there's that moment that everyone truly wakes up and realizes it. Hey, I could get better in this area. I could be a better husband, or I could be a better mother, or I could be, a better sibling, or I could be a better boss. So I could be a better business owner. I could focus more on this. I want to get my health in order. I want to, like, there's that moment that they all just realize it. And I wish people realize that all year round, right? That you could always
Mhm.
make changes all year round. But there's just something special about that like everyone has these goals that they want to set forward and enrich their lives and better their lives. There's something really special about that.
Okay.
What about you? What's
I
your
was
favorite holiday?
I was
Christmas.
gonna say, no, well, I do like Christmas, but I like Halloween. I
Oh
don't
wow. Okay. I was
Halloween's
not
always been my favorite.
okay.
Yeah. You
What's your
weren't
favorite part
prepared for
about
that?
Halloween? I'm shocked by that answer.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
see you as the Halloween, like all out Halloween.
Well, not the, I like the kid-friendly Halloween. I don't like the, slasher movie kinda stuff.
Got it.
I like the wholesome Halloween decor
Yeah. I'd
and
have to rethink this.
costumes.
Like, are you like some sort of like slasher, like it's so not you,
Not at all.
so not your
No, I
type.
hate that kinda stuff, no.
Pre 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 Savannah, pre having a kid, was Halloween still your favorite?
Yes, yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
So having a kid just amplified it.
Yes, and I've picked her Halloween costume every year, but we'll see, I'm sure next year will probably be
Enjoy
the
it while
last
you
of
can.
that.
Enjoy while you're allowed to.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Do you
I'm
do
sure
you
next year will
dress
be
up with
something
her?
totally.
Or do
I
you
do
do like matching
sometimes.
costumes?
We might do, like, a coordinating costume, yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Like Elsa and Anna.
No, if that's what next year, we'll see what she picks, so that might end next year, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Does she want to
it's
dress up
fun.
as Jimmy Buffett yet?
I don't know, maybe next year. Maybe I'll put that in her ear, and maybe I can work on that and kind of,
Yes. Start now. Start now.
start now.
11 months is not too early. Let's go.
Yeah.
All
That's a
right.
great idea.
Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. And then when I don't, trust me, you yell at me live in front of, thousands of people watching. You yell at me. So,
Yeah.
um, I got to stay on my toes. Uh, Thank you, Megan. As always, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. We'll get to them next week. Thank you for your attention. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you all next week.